Hello students, this is, though this will be good for the SS2 and 3 students, but it's especially for SS1 because we are going to treat what we started last week, and that is Concord. Remember that when we discussed the Concord, I told you that Concord is agreement and tense. Your sentence, when you write it, the subject of the sentence must agree with the verb of the sentence. That is, when you use plural subject, your verb must be plural too. And when you use singular subject, your verb must be singular. And we went on to discuss the persons in English. We said there are 3 persons in English, and the first person is the person talking, that is I, and the plural of I is we. The second person is the person I am talking to, and that is you. And the plural of you is you. And then we have the third person. That is the person the first and second persons are discussing. That person is called the third person. And we went on to notice that the third person singular is he, she, it, or any proper noun. Any proper noun. So this is the third person singular. We call it the third person singular. And so the plural is they. The plural of third person singular is they. And we notice that the third person singular is very peculiar. It mars or it destroys your English if not properly used. So we had certain things that is peculiar to it. Any verb that is following it immediately, in the present tense, following it immediately in the present tense, takes S or ES. Takes S or ES. Then only the third person singular, takes the word has. Every other one will have to take have. And then we said that if anything comes between the third person and its verb, the rule is reversed. The rule is reversed. So we have some examples. Assuming you have you say Ngozi cries so much. Ngozi cries so much. These are together, so it returns es. So if there is anything between the third person and its verb, it drops the s, or it drops the s. You see, this has come between Ngozi third person and the verb cry, and so it drops es. So the same thing, if you have something like he has his results, if anything comes between this and this, it drops has and takes have. So you have he cannot have his result. So this has come between the third person and have. So today we are going to look at some of the rules that apply to adding the es and s to verbs. Okay? So now, here are some of the rules. One, you add es to verbs ending in, add es to verbs ending in o, s, ch, x, and then z. You add es to them. For instance, you have girl and you have girls. You have miss and you have Mrs. But one thing in English is that we always say that in every rule, if there is no exception, then that thing must not be English language. In every rule, there is always an exception. Not every time that the rule is obeyed. Let's take, for instance, we said that X, you have box, and you have boxes. But you have ox, and you have oxen. So this is an exception. There are so many of them. Then number two, adds IES, that is, let me explain this. When the alphabet Y is preceded by a consonant, you have to change this Y to I before you add ES. But when it is followed, when it is preceded by a vowel, you don't change the Y. For instance, you have, look at this, key, and it becomes keys. You have fly, and it becomes flies. So when Y is preceded by a consonant, you must change the Y to I before you add the ES. But when the Y is preceded by a vowel, you don't change the Y. So that is the second rule. So we say add ES to verbs ending in Y, preceded by okay. So when you have marry, you have marries. You have cry, you have cries. Okay? So, that is that. Now, there are some expressions that you must always bear in mind. When you are talking of the third person, these expressions you must bear in mind and be careful the way you use them. They are used as singulars, but in most cases, people make the mistake using them as plurals. They use singular verbs, something like, there are so many of them. You have each of, you have one of, you have everyone, so many of them. You have none, you have every, you have nobody. Mind you, all these ones, you don't separate them. Something like everybody. So whatever verb that follows them must be singular. For instance, you say, each of the boys has, not have. Each of the boys has a phone. Then you say everybody was delighted. Everybody was delighted. So these are, you can say, neither of the brothers, you don't say where, you say was present. So mark you, these words, they attract singular verbs. Okay? So another one is this. In the third person, look at these words with, like, as well as. These words, they attract singular verbs. You don't use plural verbs with them. So you say, John with James was late to school. You are talking of John, you are not talking of James. So you say John with James was late to school. You are discussing this. Now you can say look at this, let's use this, the president with his cabinet was present. So we said he, she, it, and any proper noun, that's any name. They take has. But when anything comes between he and has, it drops has and takes a have. You say he has his results. But you say he will not have his result. Will not has come between he and has. The same thing, you say Ngozi goes to the market. Remember, all these are when they are in present form. You say Ngozi goes to the market. The verb immediately after Ngozi takes es. But if there is anything between Ngozi and the verb go, that verb go drops es. So you say Ngozi cannot go to the market. Okay? So until when we come next week, I wish you a happy holiday. The Lord will be with you.